Good day, everyone. I am Samantha Jean L. Bandalan, and today I will be discussing Emergent Assessment, which is one of the models of alternative or non traditional assessment. To begin with, Emergent Assessment is a type of assessment that focuses on learning as it naturally happens in the classroom. Unlike traditional assessment, which measures learning based on fixed objectives and written tests, emergent assessments looks at what students actually demonstrate during the learning process. This includes both intended outcomes, or what the teacher planned, and unintended outcomes, or the skills and understandings that appear unexpectedly. In emergent assessment, learning is viewed as a process, not just a final result. The teacher does not rely only on scores or grades. Instead, the teacher carefully observes students' behavior, responses, participation, and outputs. From these observations, meaningful learning outcomes begin to emerge. The main purpose of emergent assessment is to gain a deeper understanding of student learning. It allows teachers to see how students think, communicate, and interact. It also helps teachers recognize students' strengths that may not be visible in traditional exams. Through emergent assessment, teachers can adjust their instructions based on the actual needs and abilities of the learners. Emergent assessment is also considered authentic. It is authentic because it is based on real classroom activities, not artificial test situations. Students are assessed while they are performing meaningful tasks such as discussing, writing, collaborating, and reflecting. This makes the assessment more realistic and more connected to real life learning. To better understand this, let me give you some examples of emergent assessment in the classroom. For the first example, consider an English class where students are asked to participate in a group discussion about a short story. While the original goal of the lesson may be to identify the theme, the teacher observes that some students are able to explain ideas clearly, ask thoughtful questions, and respond critically to their classmates. Even if oral communication was not the main objective, this skill became more important learning outcomes through emergent assessment. Another example is a writing activity where students write a personal narrative. While checking the outputs, the teacher notices that some students show strong creativity and emotional expressions, while others demonstrate improvement in organizing their ideas. These qualities are assessed as emerging skills, even if grammar and sentence structure were the original focus of the lesson. In a group activity, the teacher may observe that a quiet student takes the lead in organizing the group, or that another student shows improved cooperation and teamwork. These social and leadership skills are recognized as valid learning outcomes, even though they were not written in the lesson objectives. Another example is the use of student reflection journals. After a lesson, students write about what they learned and how they felt. Through these reflections, the teacher may discover deeper understanding, personal insights, or connections that were not expected. These reflections provide valuable evidence of learning. In summary, emergent assessment focuses on what students actually learn during instruction, not just what is planned. Its purpose is to understand learning in a deeper and more meaningful way. It is authentic because it happens in real classroom situations and values real student performance. Through observation and reflection, teachers identify learning outcomes as they naturally emerge. Thank you, and that concludes my report on emergent assessment. The next topic will be discussed by Miss Evie Marian Bercero.